that this power exists. I cannot say exactly what it is. All that I know is it becomes available if you are in that state of mind in which you know exactly what you want and fully determined not to let go, not to quit till you achieve it. I presume that was the power that drove Barrister Maxwell Kweku Opoku Echampong to establish a school for OKUAPEMMANG, a school that would look like Achimota or Eltham School in the UK. Due to this, he went for a bank loan and added to his resources and built OKUAPEMMANG School. A year later, he died, but his dream, OKUAPEMMANG, lives on forever and ever. We're going for a quick break. When we come back, we'll find out how they've been, where they are going, challenges they are facing as a school, their progress, and of course, we'll talk to some of the alumni and students to find out how they got to where they are and their advice to the youth. Stick and stay with us. This is the Launchpad, proudly brought to you by Alpha Pay and powered by AD Ghana. Alpha Pay, the only money service you need. Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Paint Mo Champion. Latest form, your partner for life. MTN, everywhere you go, and Coca-Cola. My name is Nana Jonyamecha Samuel. Watching Launchpad, and that school of the day is OKUAPEMMANG School. We are in the office of Mr. Obobi Etiemo Ekufo, the headmaster of OKUAPEMMANG School. Hello, sir.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good.
And how are your boys and girls?
They are all good.
We thank God. So OKUAPEMMANG, how did it all start?
OKUAPEMMANG started by one gentleman by name Barrister Kweku Opoku Echampong. That was in he was born in Ekropong here in 1914.
Okay.
He was like I've already said, he was a lawyer. He after he went to Salem Ekropong Salem boarding school here, okay. And after that he had a scholarship, and then he continued at Achimota College.
Okay.
From Achimota College, he decided to go to UK to study there. He came back as a barrister and a solicitor from the Middle Temple University, or whatever it's called. From there, when he came home, he said he decided to now have a school, okay, just like Achimota, where his alma mater.
Okay.
And then again, to bridge the gap, he realized that there wasn't any secondary school on the reach. So he wanted to put up a school just to bridge the gap between Salem and the Presbyterian Training College then, so that so that nobody would travel to Accra to go and continue his education.
Okay.
So on 8th of February 1957, together with some other friends, but he was the sole person, he decided to go for loan
Okay.
to start the building,
Okay.
the school. So he put up some structures, had his accreditation from those authorities, and started a school with 184 students, comprising 23 girls and 159 boys. Unfortunately for him, just about a year, less than a year, he died. But before then, he had one friend who was his assistant, by name, a white man, but his assistant, Can Peter,
Okay.
who happened to be a secretary to the Governor General in Ghana by then. So when he died, he took over the administration and management of the school. That was in 1957, February. 6 March, Ghana gained independence. Then the CPP government, or the government of the day, decided to absorb the school.
Okay.
Yes, to absorb the school. So that's how the whole thing started.
Wow.
Yes.
So the loan he took from the bank, was it given back to the bank, or it became a gift to the school?
It became a gift to the school.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
it became a gift to the school. So currently, OKUAPEMMANG is located at the OKUAPEMMANG, the OKUAPEMMANG North Municipality in the eastern region, about 200 kilometers from Mamfe.
Okay.
Yes, from the Mamfe-Ekropong road. The vision of that barrister Kwaku Opoku Achampong, was to provide quality, holistic education for young ones so that they would be of service to themselves, to the school, and to the nation at large.
Okay.
Then he also had a mission. The mission was based on the school's motto, Semper Primus, in English saying always first. And indeed, we are always first. And that is it. So we had the motto, the Semper Primus, always first. Yes.
Your uniform?
The uniform, we have these are colors. We have white and brown as our colors. White standing for purity, and then the brown for Mother Earth.
Okay. Okay, brown.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, take us to your school emblem.
The school emblem, like you have seen, we have cocoa pod on them. We have a palm tree with an elephant kneeling against it. Simply saying that we know the people of OKUAPEMMANG farmers. So cocoa also came first to OKUAPEMMANG. Tetekwashi is in OKUAPEMMANG. So that tells you that we are hardworking farmers.
Stool as well.
Stool, yes. And the strength of the palm tree.
Yeah.
Even the elephant was nailed against it, and nothing happened.
Wow.
So if you should kneel against OKUAPEMMANGs, you are always strong.
Okay.
Are trustworthy people.
Okay. What is the academic strength now?
The academic strength, currently we have 2,000 students population. Currently we have 2,789 students.
Okay.
2,789 students. Like I told you, it started with 184 and it has grown to 2,789. Don't forget that OKUAPEMMANG is an inclusive educational institution. meaning we have the sighted and then those who are also not sighted.
Okay.
Yes, they are all here. Currently, we have about 82 visually impaired with various degrees students here.
Okay.
Yes.
You
It
do-
will interest you also to know that our current school prefect is a visually impaired student.
Wow.
Yes. And then the former entertainment prefect was also a visually impaired
Entertainment
student.
prefect?
Entertainment prefect also
Wow.
visually impaired student.
Wow. Wow. Mr. Gufo, at what point in the life of the school did you start admitting visually impaired students?
Okay, that was when Mr. Ofeyoku was the headmaster. That was around 1985.
Okay. Wow. How easy is it managing them?
For here in OKUAPEMMANG, because it's an inclusive education, we treat them like the other students. They do their things on their own. The only thing they don't do is they don't do maths and science.
Okay.
But apart from, because of the practical aspect in the whole thing, but apart from that, they do everything. We move, they sleep together. We sleep together.
They do
we
your
dine
washing.
together. They wash. They do everything. Sometimes you go to them and then they will tell you, "Oh, I can manage my
Wow.
my way." So
And
we don't
how
have,
do the other students to get along with them?
Yes. So some of the students, they have a group. They call themselves Friends of the Blind. Friends of the Blind. You see them always moving with them. From here, we will go to their department, the visually impaired department, and then you see those students organizing their own things there.
Mr. Gufo, you bear with me that dealing with youth in general, you can't opt discipline. How is discipline when it comes to OKUAPEMMANG?
It's true, but we see, because the students, they call me action man.
Okay.
They know the way I discipline them. So sometimes when they are not properly dressed and they see my car coming, you see them running away. Those who are not properly dressed, they see me. And because of that, we have reconstituted a lot of the structures. One, the chaplaincy board is there. The guidance and counseling department is also there.
Okay.
The disciplinary committee is there, and then the house staffs, they are all there helping disciplining students.
Okay.
So now over here in OKUAPEMMANG, the discipline is not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Yes.
Right. And before you became the head of OKUAPEMMANG, where were you?
I was the headmaster of Christian Methodist School in Accra.
Okay.
Aplaku, precisely.
Okay.
Yes.
When you took over, did you have any vision for the school?
Yes. The former school was a day school, complete day school, and OKUAPEMMANG is also a very big school with this population. Yes. And I am from Ekropong personally.
Okay.
Yes. So I can see, and OKUAPEMMANG is the eye of the people on the ridge.
Okay.
So I have to ensure that the vision and mission of the school is achieved, and that is what we are on.
Okay. So before your term elapses, what do you want the school, the alumni, the old students, friends of the school like me, what do you want us to remember you with?
I personally, the vision, we want to go by the vision of the school, and then but the disciplinary behavior of the students should always also be very, very high. I want everybody to always see that, hey, Papa no any disciplinary measures there, and yes,
Okay.
Yes.
And then when discipline measures is in place, everything to
And yes,
is on
because
point.
discipline is the bedrock for all these things. If you are not disciplined, it will be very difficult for you to achieve a whole lot of things.
Okay. If there's one thing that OKUAPEMMANG school needs, what would that be?
OKUAPEMMANG has a very vast land. We want the school to be walled forest. To be walled forest. And then our Science Resource Center refurbished. And then the dining hall be expanded. these are the major things I will talk about for now.
Okay. Do you get any support from the alumni, the PTA? Yeah.
Currently, the PTA is putting up an 18 unit class. It's there. It's not completed, but we are struggling to complete it.
Okay.
The alumni is also helping us. They are doing a lot of things for us. Currently, just recently, the year groups helped to organize the speech day.
Okay.
Yes, our 62nd anniversary of the founder. Yeah, and they have just completed putting up a 3-bedroom house for the assistant headmaster. So they are all helping us. They are all helping us to shape the life of OKUAPEMMANG.
Mr. Aku, for your last words.
My last words is that like the motto goes, like the school motto goes, always the first.
Okay.
So we want OKUAPEMMANG, the Semper Primus.
Okay.
So we always want the school to be first.
In everything.
In everything. So everybody should come on board to help us achieve that our aim.
Okay. You're talking about Adishe.
The Adishe.
Okay. All right. So you're still watching Launchpad, and that was the headmaster of OKUAPEMMANG School, Mr. Obobi Etiemo Ekufo. He's calling on all the Adishe to come back to your alma mater. Those who are here already, kudos. Those who are not part or those who are not in, please, we are calling on you to come back and look at your school. Home sweet home. Oh,
Sure.
yeah. So we're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's still OKUAPEMMANG Senior High.
You're watching Launchpad and it's OKUAPEMMANG School. I'm with Christabel and Ejewa. Okay, give me your English name. Adelaide and Christabel. They are the two head girls, main and deputy. All right. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you, girls?
Yeah, good.
All right. Okay. So, what are you studying?
Business.
Okay. And you?
General life.
Okay. What do you aspire to be in future?
An auditor.
Okay. So, whom do you look up to?
Isaac Eju.
Okay.
To become an auditor, I want to be a chartered accountant so that through that I can enter an auditing firm.
Okay.
So I look up to him since he was motivated and since he's the youngest chartered accountant.
And from your school as
Yes,
well.
and
Tell
from
me.
my
Tell
school.
me. All right.
I want to break his
record.
his record. He was 21 years and I want to be less than that.
Wow. So what are you doing now to make sure it happens?
Okay. Since I came to OKUAS, I purposely came here for academic performance, and prefectship might come in their way. So I'll delegate some of the work to the other prefects in relation to separation of powers. Then effective supervision will be done to make sure the delegated work is well done. So any little time I get will be pushed to academics.
Okay.
And because of my focus and my aim, I'll make it.
All right. Ajua, what do you aspire to be in future?
A journalist.
A journalist. Whom do you look up to? Okay. Wow. All right. So what are you doing now? What are you putting in place to make sure it happens?
Well, now I came here for academic excellence, purposely for academic excellence. And then my aim to be a journalist. That's why I'm pursuing the arts, the general arts. I'm learning languages.
Okay.
And then professorship is also helping me in terms of
confidence in the public.
Okay.
Yes, and then as I'm aiming towards academic excellence, professorship is also helping me.
Right. So, doing languages, how many do you speak? How many do you understand? How many can you make a dialogue in?
I'm learning Chi and French.
Okay. Where you come from?
Mampong.
Mampong. Okay. So you're learning Chi and French. Make a dialogue in French.
Bonjour.
All right. So, how do you manage your professorship and academics?
When I was about to be given the mandate, my plead was the cooperation of the students and the support of administration.
Okay.
So, with the support of administration and the cooperation of the students, they will help me not to make the work tedious.
Okay.
By cooperating, and the teachers and administration also help me with their support. Coming in where they think it will be a little difficult or be no.
Okay. You've also been here how many years? 2.
2.
Okay. How has it stay been?
It's been wonderful.
It's been wonderful. Your best moments?
The best moment would be the face of Christ.
Face of
Okay.
okay. Were you part?
No, please.
Okay. What makes it? Why do you say it was your best moment? What happened?
My very close friends, my
Oh,
classmates
okay.
were standing, so we were cheering and supporting her. It made it very memorable.
Oh, I see. And where is she?
She's in class.
Okay. And she's Shaku. Take me through some of the jargons and your meanings on campus.
Mining,
Okay.
studying.
I've
overnight.
said Shaku. Don't say
Yes.
Shaku. Okay.
Studying overnight.
Uh-huh.
With them, it's mining.
Okay.
And when someone calls you an SDA, they mean you frequently attend dining.
Oh
You
my
don't
God. I see. Uh-huh.
And when someone say you've checked class, that means you've skipped lessons or you didn't attend class at all.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't be changing class though. What are some of the challenges confronting you as students on this campus?
Our roads,
Your roads. Okay.
from the entrance to inside, and we have visually impaired among us,
Okay.
and movement from one place to another becomes a problem because it's not always that maybe sighted will be around. So we are appealing to government, to the public, all students to come to our aid and help make Ukwas a better school.
Thank you. All right. What message do you have for your peers and even those writing WASI?
Message I have for my peers and those writing my seat. Well, we all came to school to achieve academic excellence, and I believe that in everything we do, we should put God first, but also aiming at academic excellence. So God first, but also shark hard.
Hey, God first, but also shark hard. Your last message.
To the students of Ukwas and to other students, we all came here for a purpose.
Okay.
And we can make it because others have made it. So it will be my wish that everybody will pass. So we should just stick to our books. God first. Always God first. Stick to our books. Learn and have fun. Through
Learn
education.
and have fun through education. Learn and have fun through education. Above all, God first. It's still Launchpad. Welcome back from the break. You're still watching Launchpad, and our school of the day is still OKUAPEMMANG School. I'm with the school prefects. The main is Gabriel.
Do Selassie Palam, head boys prefect.
Okay.
And the Gata Gideon, deputy boys prefect.
So, how are you?
I'm very good, and you?
I'm also good. How are your boys? How are your girls?
Oh, they are doing fine. They are doing fine. Everything is well by God's grace.
Yeah. How do you feel being a student of OKUAPEMMANG School?
It's a great experience because OKUAS, as affectionately known, is a very great institution where great men and women have evolved from this place. And it's an honor to be a student of this institution. And I have the ambition that I'll also be a great person, just as some great men have also been in this school.
Okay. What are you studying now?
I'm studying a business course.
What do you hope to achieve, let's say, in the next 10 years?
I would like to own my home business and also be a chartered accountant.
Okay. Whom do you look up to?
Please, Isaac Ajiri,
Oh,
the chartered accountant.
okay. You look up to that audition.
Yes.
All right. All right. Angel Gabriel,
Yes, madam.
um, how do you juggle between prefectship and academics?
Okay.
You are the main prefect, right?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yeah, the duty of a prefect is very tedious and it's a whole lot.
Okay.
But fortunately for us, we are not the only prefects. We have supporters. We have over 20 prefects. And so in this instance, I delegate some of my duties to the other prefects. That doesn't put the whole burden on me. And also with regards to my own time spent with academics, aside the prepping hours, the time I usually spend with my friends before I became a prefect, I've not re-strategized and I use those times for my books since I know I've taken a bit of my prepping hours to carry out my duties. So that's how I juggle between my duty as a prefect and my academics.
Great. What can you tell us about your colleagues who are also visually challenged?
Okay. With regards to my friends who are visually challenged, of which I'm one of them actually, we strive to achieve a lot. We do achieve a lot, but this doesn't come without challenges. With regards to mobility, access to teaching and learning materials, and also with regards to how well we adapt to the environment. As VIPs, we are students on, luckily for us being in OKUAPEMMANG School, the best school when it comes to visual impairment education. I think we have a lot of benefits and we are striving to achieve a lot. But regardless of that, we still struggle with regards to our poor network and unaccessible technologies to aid us in teaching and learning in this school. Yeah, so as visually impaired, we enjoy staying in the OKUAPEMMANG School. It's the best in Ghana actually.
Wow.
But this doesn't come without challenges.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in the next 10 years, where do you see yourself?
In the next 10 years, I see myself occupying portfolios in the Ghana Bar Association.
Okay.
And also stamping or establishing my feet in Ghana politics due to my future ambition of becoming a president.
Okay.
I believe 10 years from now, I should be occupying a position in any of the two biggest political parties. I don't want to be partisan right now. This is an education platform.
Yes,
But
yes,
also,
yes.
I hope to also establish my feet as a lawyer to defend people in courts and also stand for justice.
Whom do you look up to?
I look up to Kofi Annan.
Right.
Yes. Being a Ghanaian, achieving the status of the UN Secretary General.
Wow.
It's even being an African, it's a big achievement. It's not easy. Starting from his background in Kumasi, going up to infant school and all that.
Wow.
I believe if
Looks
he
like
could,
you know a lot about him too.
yes. So if he could get to that level, I believe I can even go way beyond that.
You're right.
Yeah.
So now no caning. Nobody is caning anybody.
Yes.
As punishment.
Yes, or strictly
Do you
punishment.
prefer the punishment to caning or caning to punishment?
I prefer punishment to cane.
Okay.
Because
Why?
in this regard, when you cane a child for an offense, the pain lasts for just like 5 minutes, it's gone. If the child wants to go back to it, he can do it.
Okay.
When you subject the child to punishment, it has this mental effect on the child, where you know that you've given a gutter to scrub.
Okay.
Come on, it's a tough job. It's not easy.
Have you done it before?
Oh, I have not been punished that way before.
Okay.
Fortunately for me.
Okay.
So in this instance, the punishment has an impact on the child's mental and moral attitude.
Okay.
And with this regard, it reforms the child, other than the king.
So have you been punished at all at this school before?
No, please, I have not.
Hey.
This is not to say I've lived a perfect life, but...
Prim and proper.
Oh, yeah.
I see. Have you been punished before? Hey, are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Oh, very
I'll go and
sure.
find out too.
We can.
All right. If there's one thing you want for your school badly, what would that be?
To make teaching and learning more practical and also apply technology in our education.
Okay.
That's one thing I want badly for my school. Since practicalizing academics in Ghana will be the best. And in regards to, for instance, our science laboratory, it's a bit ill-equipped. We need more apparatus to support and make it more practical, which give better understanding to the students. And now that we are in the information age, the advent of technology is being applied in education. If you could get mobile projectors and also internet access for teachers to be teaching and learning students, we'll get better understanding. And I believe this will even make OKUAS the best in Africa and to an extent the whole world.
Wow. Wow. If there's one thing you want for your school, what would that be?
It's changing or revalidating the science laboratory
Okay.
to help, as my colleague said, to help our science students in their practical ways or duties,
Okay.
as he said.
The youth of today are confronted with a lot of challenges. But can you name some of them?
Some of the challenges the youth of today are confronted with is negative peer influence and also the influx of negative media, especially with regards to print, internet, and etc. Portraying bad traits like drugs, violence, pornography, and etc. And I believe this is a challenge the youth is facing, since it is denting our moral attitude. As Ghanaians, we are aware, or Africans at large, we are aware we are very religious and quite responsible. But since the advent of technology, internet, and all those things, portraying bad and negative attitudes to students, it's affecting us like negatively. Because now students practicalize what they see with their eyes. You see someone smoking, they think it is normal. That's the anthem you sing now.
Normal.
You do something bad, it is
normal.
normal, which is not the best. It's affecting the youth a lot.
Okay. The school, as the school prefects of
Yes,
OKUAPEMMANG school, what are you doing in your own capacity to make sure it goes down or it ceases?
Okay. With regards to the negative influence the media is having on our students in OKUAS here, every morning, students are subjected to talks from teachers and other stakeholders at devotion, whereby they are told the negative effects of such attitudes and told ways of how to change and other better attitudes they should adopt. Since negative attitudes will lead you to the dump site, to make you a bad person actually. And with regards to this, OKUAPEMMANG School has a guidance and counseling unit, which is very proactive, where students who engage in acts of indiscipline from such negative reportage, they are subject to guidance and counseling, which reforms them mentally and sometimes spiritually. And this is one way OKUAPEMMANG School is trying to rehabilitate the youth who have been bedeviled with such negative reportage.
Do you have any message for your peers?
Yes,
Let it flow.
please. The purpose of us being in school is to learn hard and make our parents very proud. And so I heard my colleagues or my peers to learn hard and make their parents or anyone proud of them, because it is hard to be in school, madam. It's very hard. But in all that, but you have to be hardworking and also push harder. Because our main aim of being in school is to have academic excellence.
Gabriel,
Yes, madam.
your last message.
We are the next generation. We are the future leaders.
Chosen generation.
Yeah. As young patriots, we should do the best for our mother country. And as students, we should also make the best of efforts, not to put the resources our parents are investing in us. And now, even the whole nation, which is free SHS, is putting it in us. We shouldn't let it go waste. Make the best of efforts, work hard, be academically good, and then when we become great leaders in the future, our nation will be better and we'll love it forever. Thank you. High five.
High five, high five, high five, high five. Who did your IMM?
I did myself.
Who does washing for you?
I do all that myself.
Wow. I reserve my comment. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, it's still Lunchpad, and our school of the day is OKUAPEMMANG Senior High School. High five. Yeah. So you say your name is?
Dela Oscar.
The La Oscar.
Yes, please.
What paper was that?
Literature in English.
Wow. So you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Wow. You were using the computer?
Yes, please.
How do you know this is A, this is B, this is what? I saw you went through everything, you saved your work, and then you turned the computer off.
Yeah, we are trained how to use the computer, and we are familiar with all the keys on the keyboard, and so you can easily locate the keys on it.
Great. So you think, like, you get, what grade would you get?
I'm hoping for the best.
The best?
Yeah.
Okay. Your effort is enough. God will help you and you will get the grade that you want, okay?
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
Okay. But what do you want to be in future?
Yes, I want to be a barrister. I want to enter into the law school and then become a lawyer one day.
Okay. So what are you doing now? What measures are you putting in place to ensure that it comes to pass?
I'm thinking of passing very well and then entering the law school this year. And so I continue my dream from there.
Okay. May it happen, okay?
Yeah, okay.
And it will happen in Jesus' name,
Amen.
okay?
Amen.
All right. All the best.
Thank you.
So I learned you are now doing your national service here.
Yes.
And you are an old student.
Yes.
Okay. How does it feel to come back?
It's good. It's great. Just as when we were here, there were some visually impaired teachers too. So it's just great to come back and mentor the children too.
Okay.
To just motivate them that they can move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Ato,
Madam.
your days here, how was it?
Oh, it was great.
How does it feel to come back and give back to your alma mater?
Well, I realized that my coming here will motivate the other students who are here to also go higher, or they will have the belief that visual impaired can go forward and can move higher and higher.
Okay.
That motivated me to come here again.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Labi?
Yes.
What do you hope to achieve at the end of your service?
Madam, I want to impact on the children.
Okay.
So that, and after the service, I want to continue with my master's.
Okay. So when you are gone for your master's, what do you want the school to remember you with?
Impacting knowledge in the students.
Okay.
Both visually impaired and sighted.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I've been talking to Mr. Atufos, and give me the other one. Epaphras. And Abuajalabi Samuel.
Yes.
They are both alumni of OKUAPEMMANG School, and now Mr. Labi is doing his service. Mr. Epaphras is a resident teacher. So I have with me Mr. Franklin Otibu Ekufo. Looks like we have lots of Ekufo here.
Yeah.
All right. So how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well.
And how are your boys?
We are doing well.
Actually, he's the senior house master of OKUAPEMMANG School. Yeah. Hope all is well. How are your boys and girls?
Oh, we are managing them. We manage them quite well. Trying to put them on track.
That's
so that
good.
they can have enough time for their studies.
I can see this building behind us. What building is that? Even though it's incomplete, but students are in.
It's a PTA initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I think the headmaster was talking about it.
Yes. Some years back, as the numbers going up, the PTA decided to build this so that we can take more students and we can also decongest the classrooms so that the teachers can have better contact.
Okay.
So we started it about 4 or 5 years ago.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah. So it's a 2-story.
Okay.
18-unit classroom.
Okay.
For about a year now, we've not been able to continue and complete. So that is an initiative to decongest our classroom.
Is this one part of it?
This one is a government project.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They started in just about 2 months.
2 months?
2 months, yes.
4 years?
4 years.
2 months?
Yes.
Oh, they want to be in a hurry and come and continue on this one, or they want to do it together?
We'll pray that this could be completed to support, to augment
of course,
this. So
of course. Inshallah. Mr. Otibo. Mr. Otibo, what message you have for your students and PTA? Like, what message you have in general?
All right, let me take this opportunity to also talk to my students that we are here as parents. So whatever we do, it is basically in their interest.
Okay.
So they should understand us as teachers. They should listen, change for the better, so that they can achieve whatever brought them here.
Okay.
And then we also advise parents to also cooperate teachers.
Okay. So you heard it yourself from the senior house master. Welcome back from the break. It's still OKUAPEMMANG School, and we are in the office of Nana Kwesijan Apenten, one of the successful, proud alumni of OKUAPEMMANG School. We're about to dive into his life a bit to find out before and after OKUAPEMMANG till date how the journey of life has been and his advice to the youth. Hello, Nana.
Hi.
Thank you for allowing us into your office.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good, we thank God. Who is Nana Chrissy Jana Pinton?
Well, essentially, I am, as you said, a proud product of OKUAPEMMANG School. I went there from 1963 to 1968,
okay.
which is a long time ago now. And before then, I went to the normal middle school of the time, but I went to Ekropon Presbyterian Boys School known as Salem, which is also in Ekropon. So continuously I was in Ekropon for some years. And after OKUAPEMMANG, I did my sixth form at Apam Secondary School. And from there, University of Ghana, etc., etc. I'm a journalist by profession. Worked at graphic as a reporter, actually as a staff writer on Daily Graphic, and became acting editor of Graphic, and then editor of The Mirror, which is the sister newspaper of the Daily Graphic. Then I traveled abroad, where I continued my work as editor of West Africa magazine, which at one point was the oldest Pan-African publication in the world. And then I did some more work with African Topics magazine and came back home to Ghana, where I've worked with Third World Network as communication director, and also as a coordinator for the Cultural Initiative Support Program, which is Cultural Initiatives Support Program. This is the European Union Fund for Culture in Ghana. And then I have also been chairman of the National Media Commission, president of the Ghana Association of Writers, many things. And I'm also a chief. I'm the Apejahini of Achim Eti, which is in Tafo, near Kufuria.
Wow. How has being a chief been so far?
Well, being a chief is a community leader. It's gives opportunity to work with many people, and I think somehow probably the institution of chieftaincy needs to be explained more to our people, because in my experience, which may be different from other people's experience, but in my experience, it is a service.
It's a service.
It's a service. It's a working within the community, working with other community leaders, working with a broad spectrum of people within one's community, but in a leadership role. That is, if we do it right, I believe that is what being a chief is. It's not all the beads and rings. That one is just part of the, the protocols. But really, chieftaincy is about leadership within the community at whatever level you are placed. It's an opportunity to serve.
Wow. How well would you describe your days in OKUAPEMMANG School?
Well, I think that when I look back, almost everything I have done goes back to those 5 years at OKUAPEMMANG. And in discussions with other people too, I get a sense that I'm not the only one feeling that way. I think that the years we spent in our second cycle institutions, whatever they are very important to us. They are the foundation. My interest in writing, both as a journalist and also as a writer, date from OKUAPEMMANG. I went there when I was quite young, as most people were, but a little below the class average. And nobody would put me in the football team. So I started writing about the football I would write the reports of football matches. And,
in the school?
Yes, in the school.
Okay.
When they played football, I took it upon myself to write.
So your work as a journalist started from OKUAPEMMANG?
Yes, in OKUAPEMMANG school, we actually had a school magazine called OKUA's Weekly,
okay,
which came out every week. And I was one of the editors.
Okay.
So, as I'm saying, you know, and we had a writers' club.
Oh, those times.
Yes, which also, you know, brought us together, and we shared our poems and short stories and things. So most of what I have done and continue to do, I think, date to my school days at OKUAPEMMANG.
But apart from writers, were you part of any society or club?
Everything. I was in the debating society. You see, OKUAPEMMANG school had a very interesting structure. Friday evenings were society evenings.
Okay.
No prep.
Okay.
And there was a whole range of activities for everybody. We had debating society, science and maths club. We had geographical society. And eventually, some of us even formed the Current Affairs Society of OKUAPEMMANG, or CASO, which discussed current affairs and all. So, in fact, there was a Kenyan student who even formed the Space Club.
Space.
So that we would understand, in those were the years the Americans, the Apollo space flights, so that we could understand the technology, the impact and import of space travel. All these things were, you know, and some of the Peace Corps teachers made telescopes, and those who were interested in sky gazing, you know, could also indulge their interest. So it's a whole broad array of interests outside the classroom. There were people like, I'm sure you've heard of the musician George Darko.
Yes. George
and a whole lot of students, they were interested in music. So after school, there was a teacher called Mr. Dobson, who led them. They made guitars from calabashes.
Oh, okay.
And some of them have become the accomplished musicians they are. So, as I'm saying, you know, everything dates back to the foundations of secondary school.
Nana, as the former president of the Ghana Writers Association, what do you feel about this saying that goes like, if you want to hide something from the black, and for that matter, a Ghanaian, put it in a book?
Well, it's an unfortunate statement, one that I would not repeat myself. Because I don't think that stigmatization of black people is either true or justified. People are not reading as much as used to be the case globally. And so it's not just about black people. But having said that, let us bring the issue home and see what it is. It's the fact that people are no longer reading like they used to be the case. And for example, newspapers, the sale of newspapers are falling because people are not reading like before and all of that. But I'm more interested in what we can do.
Yes, what can we do?
And to address that, you have to look at how the situation expresses itself. For example, if you take Ghanaian movies, watch closely, you find that there's everything within the set, or what constitutes the house or the office or whatever. You find a fridge, you find a TV, bar, drinking place, never a bookshelf. So that tells you that in order to revive reading, we need books. And there should be at least one bookshelf in every home. Even if it's a small one with a book collection for young people to read, it has to be there. Again, when the president goes around the country and chiefs and community leaders give them their wish list, the kinds of things they want, road, good gutter, hospital, everything but a library. Hardly do you hear anybody asking for a library. So again, it tells you that we need books in communities. We need libraries. It is a standing demand of the Ghana Association of Writers that the government should provide at least one very good first-class library in every district capital and a fairly good library in every community. Finally, what about churches and mosques and things like that? Imagine if every church had a library so that people attending the service one week, Sunday, would take the book and bring it the following week or the other week. This would revive reading. It's not something that churches cannot afford. It's not something that we can all contribute to. We can. And therefore, we should not make the problem and the solution that remote, as if it is outside our reach. Coming back and rounding it up to when we were in school, the library was well stocked. You could go and borrow a book. And in fact, as we were talking before we started and you explained, it was a kind of a competition.
Yes.
You always wanted to know who would finish the book first and take it to the library and ask questions and all the rest of it. So really, this is an issue that is very important. It is critical to this country's development, and I think we ought to take it seriously.
But what about the libraries that are in our communities already, like the Ashanti Library in Kumasi Culture Center, the one in Accra, I don't know, other regions?
Yes, there are. It's not like there are no libraries at all. That's not what we are saying, but they are not sufficient. If we take what we call Accra today, when I was young and growing up, Accra was a much, much smaller area, and most young people were within reach of the Central Library on the High Street today. Most from Adabraka or Asalam Down or even Teshi and places. We're not that far. But today, when we talk of Accra, you're talking about huge distances. And so unless we have books in those communities, it's not likely that all the young people can congregate 30 miles, 40 miles away at the Accra Central Library. And this goes for virtually all the few libraries we have. And you see, a library is not a building. Remember, a library is a collection of books. So you don't need, is that thinking? Yes, the thing that, I mean, it's good if you can have an air-conditioned library and, you know, computerized and everything, fine. But if you don't have, the most important thing about a library, what makes a library, are the books. So for now, we should continue to advocate that people, you know, that there are libraries where people can go and find books. And by the way, despite all of this, I like to be in places where I find books and browsing books and smelling books and, you know, it's
I can smell books here.
It's something that is wonderful.
Dana, your final words. What would you leave for your viewers, especially the young people?
Well, enjoy school.
Enjoy school.
School is a time to be enjoyed. And teachers, sometimes you see, we don't enjoy school because teachers and school administrators and all give students a hard time. So we must make every effort to make the school years memorable. I think that looking back, I was surrounded with a lot of interesting people who took their time to care for us. My teachers, there's a particular teacher I must mention, Mr. Padike, the late Padike Animpong. He was our literature teacher. Realized I was interested in writing and reading and that sort of thing. He was the man who introduced the school, the weekly school magazine, you know, and so you have teachers who go the extra mile. The more of such teachers we have in schools, the better. When I went to OKUAPEMMANG, apart from the headmaster, the assistant headmaster was a young Peace Corps volunteer called Blair Butterworth. In my school, a white man, in American. In my school, we've even contributed and built a digital library, which we've named after him.
Okay.
Because, I mean, he was just splendid. He made school fun. He made you, even vacation time, you wanted to come back to school. There were a lot of them like that. I can't name them all, but I'm saying that students must endeavor to make their school years interesting. But to do that, the school administrators and teachers must also ensure that students enjoy their time in school. A school is not a place to terrorize young people and make them feel awkward and unwanted. A school must be a place that students love to inhabit.
Thank you so much, Nana. Before we end, do you remember the school anthem?
Why are you doing this? Actually, the school anthem changed.
Okay.
I've been at OKUAPEMMANG many times in the last few years. And when they sing it, I realized that it has changed from the one we had in my time. And if you ask me, do I remember the one in my time too? We are talking about 55 years ago or something like this. This is a long time ago.
Okay, it's still Launchpad, and our school of the day is OKUAPEMMANG School. Make a date with us same time next week. It might be your school. My name is Nana Adjoanyameche Asamoah. It's bye-bye for today.